$2,726. Of that, 96% consists of the toll fees, which is $2,039,196, and then you have credit cards at $21,963. You have the interest on the bond at $9,828. You have the peso exchange at $3,818, and then rental income at $29,900, and then the $18,930 mostly coming from Bridge Connect. So that's a total for revenues of $2,123,726. It was a good month. We haven't reported. I think it's been a while since we reported anything over $2 million in total revenues. Our operating expenses, there's very limited activity in the operating expenses for October. We're reporting $187,449 total operating expenses. Of that, 53% of that was from payroll, which consists of $99,692. And then you have the contractual agreements coming in at $37,431, which is almost 20% of that. And then you have the debt service at 12.1%, or $22,820, and then 11.28% came in the bank services at $21,135. So we're in real limited activity. Most of it came from the payroll and the contractual agreements that we have. So total operating expenses at $187,449. When you look at revenues over expenses, our expenses are at 9% of the total revenues. As you can see that when we break down that 9%, most of it comes from payroll, which is 4.69, and you're going to have 1.676 come from contractual agreements. The debt service at 1%, and then you have the the 1.07 is the bank service charges. Debt service, and then you have, and this is the colors here, bank service charges at 1%, and the contractuals at 1.76%. So again, our expenses were at 9% of the total revenue. So,
Eddie, is it that normal to have the bank service charge that high?
I'm not sure what the breakdown of that is, but that could be due to the trucks that pick up a lot of the coins that are being picked up by the I forgot what to call them, but the credit card charges. Oh, but that's offset. That's offset with the credit card fee that we charge on that. So yeah, apologize for that. So toll collections. When we drill down on toll collections, we budgeted for $1,859,642 for 2020 for the first month in 2026. The actual numbers for 2026 are $2,039,196. When we compare to the same time last year, we're up 15.73%. Last year we reported $1,762,072. So we're up 15.73 when compared to last year. Like I said, limited activity happening in the operating expenses. You can see where we're out of budget. Our budget's a gray area, and the yellow highlighted is actually where we've spent some money. So we spent some money on personnel, we spent some money on bank charges, Bridge Connect, and contractual agreements. We're at less than 1% of the total budgeted amount of 8.33. So we're well within our budget reach on that. When we look at the debt service, the new debt service for 2026 is going to be $4,213,250. Of that, the principal is $2,095,000, and then the interest is $2,118,250. When you break it down, that's the way it's broken down on principal and interest. Of that debt, we have it broken down into bridge expansion and the DAP 16. We've actually funded 58% of the bridge expansion already, and then you look at DAP 16, we've actually funded 56% of the funds available from the bond. That concludes the financial presentation. Anything on the financial presentation? Any questions? Okay. I'll move on to the southbound recapture rates. The southbound recapture rate measures the total vehicles coming northbound and how much of that we're recapturing going southbound. For the vehicles, this will be the third year that we're actually keeping track on this. You can see that for 2024, we recaptured 118%, which means we got more southbound car crossings than we do northbound. For 2025, we had 104%, and then you can see that taper up to 109% for the month of October. So the trend is trending up for 2026. And here's the monthly activity. It's the first month of the year, so it's at 109%. For the trucks, we look at the trucks. You can see we got history all the way back to 2016. In 16, we were at 98, 93, and then we started tapering up. And you can see that during the COVID years, we went up to 103, 113, 104. Tapered down a little bit, but then now we're starting to taper up again for 96% for 2024 and 97% for 2025. And then you can see that for the first month in 2026, we're at 99% on that. So almost at par. And here's the monthly activity. And that concludes the recapture rate. Any questions?
Any questions?
Thank you.
Just want to, the recapture rate is a southbound, right? On
Okay.
cars?
It's it's capturing the north.
Cars and trucks.
Yeah, cars and trucks. We're doing cars and trucks on that.
Because now with the 4 lanes on the Mexico side being open, it's way faster to get across through Pharr than it is to Hidalgo sometimes. Even if you're going to downtown Reynosa.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's better to go through Pharr and go and take the loop in Reynosa to get there.
Well, even Donna, I think if you saw the numbers of Donna's numbers were down in the vehicles also, so our path is probably a lot faster than going all the way to Donna.
Yes.
I think that's all.
Yeah.
I think that's all. For cars, I think we're faster than operation.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.